because he's skinny and black and comes from a good family too, is not the same as Jarrett Allen. They're like totally opposite players. Jarrett Allen is a center. He has new school athletic ability, but he has old school sensibility in terms of his game. I think he has a skyhook in there. But Nick Claxton, it's kind of like you just look at their hair. Their hair will tell you what time it is. Jarrett, old school, traditional game, but he's got, right now, athleticism. They didn't have dudes that athletic in the 70s. Nick Claxton, if you look at his hair, you know, he looked like he's supposed to be in one of those trap videos. Modern game. Facing the basket. Shoots jumpers. Has a little bit of handle. You could tell it's not all under control, but that's what you want. That's the prototype of the player you should be developing. Develop him at the 4. What is this team doing right now? Like, I know a lot of y'all laughed at me when I said these things, and that's perfectly okay because that's how it is. It's like, you know, people are looking at the surface. But when I'm breaking down basketball, I'm applying my professional skill. I'm looking at the formula in which teams are winning right now. And when I looked at the 2 best teams in NBA, it wasn't the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors could not stop Toronto. The onslaught that they put them on under was crazy. It was just watching it was like a thing of beauty. Because it was basketball taking into another form. And Kawhi was just going to the basket at will, and Ibaka and Gasol and Siakam were playing a physical brand of basketball. Like, I'll meet you at the basket, and I'm bigger and I'm stronger, and I'm laying it in the cup. The Nets don't have that. The closer the Nets have to that is Joe Harris. And that's why you should know you're in trouble. But here's one thing I'm positive of. And it's at the same time that it scares me, I get a little bit of solace from this. I know that the Nets superstars know who they're going to bring in the offseason. I've said on Evan Roberts' show who I thought it was. And everyone has a right to be, speculative. Everyone has a right to be, well, I don't know. Before you think Anthony Davis is a lock for the Lakers, all he had to say was, hey, it's just a formality. I'll see you guys in the summer. I'm a part of this for the long run. He's never said that. He says, when the summer comes, we'll look at it again. So if you're gonna say I'm wrong, I don't know what I'm talking about with Anthony Davis. Listen, it's easier to say someone is wrong. It's easy to say, nah, that's not going to happen, because even still, if everything I know is true, or everything I've heard is true, there's still a 30% chance. There's still money involved. The Lakers have control in that sense. But the Lakers can also lose him for nothing if they don't play ball on a trade. And they should know. They just basically held somebody up for that. Same reason, with the same player. And that player still had a year's left on his contract. If Anthony Davis isn't feeling it, he's just not feeling it. And he could direct where he's going just by saying that if you trade me there, I'm not going to re-sign. Or if you trade me there, I'm not going to re-sign there either. Trade me to the Nets. That's where I want to go. We tried. We went for the championship. It didn't work out. LeBron is 35. Why am I going to sign long-term with you guys, the Supermax contract, when I know LeBron is not young? And I'm left with Rondo and Kyle Kuzma? Like, what is that? Nah. For the first time, I think Anthony Davis is really thinking about himself, which he should be. This LeBron experiment was all right. He signed with Clutch that could change. I think they're plotting. I think what I've been told is true. And at the very least, it puts us in the game. And what it does is, and again, still 70% chance it doesn't happen. So if you one of the people that's going, oh, you crazy, no way Anthony Davis is leaving. Again, I submit to you. He could say, yeah, it's, better for me to sign in the summer. I get more money if I do. So it makes sense for him to say that, right? But he can also say, it's just a formality. I'm a Laker. No, but what he said was, in the summertime, we'll revisit. We'll see what it is. I may not want to be here. I may want to find a younger duo for me to get down with. And if it's me and him, and he doesn't even play where I play, he could be in the mid-range just shooting on the other side. Like, how do you stop me and KD? These are the things that's going through his mind right now. Whether you want to believe me or not, that's what he's thinking. Or he could threaten to go to the Bulls. It's like, all right, you don't want to trade me? If you traded me, trade me to the Nets. That's the only place I want to go. And they could give you Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie and blah, blah, blah. Some draft picks. They organically tank. You don't have any draft picks, Lakers. You better take these 2 draft picks that the Nets are trying to give you. That's where this situation is. But even if that happens, one thing has to happen before the Nets can challenge for championships. And that's they have to get rid of Kenny Atkinson. You have to be ruthless in this. I know you guys like him. I like him too. I'm telling you. I wish I would watch every game that I watch. I'm hoping he changes. I'm hoping he evolves and just says, listen, Sean, we've got to get bigger at the trade deadline. This isn't going to work. Like, if he would change. But then again, I just don't think he's smart enough. I don't think he recognizes good talent from bad talent. I think he really believes Garrett Temple is good. I really don't think he understands what Rodion Kurucs did for his team that led him to the playoffs. I don't think he's realized that those D-Lo mid-range shots are a part of the evolution of basketball and how valuable he was. He thought D-Lo had bad defense. God damn, Kyrie Irving's defense is bad. And Kyrie is cold-blooded. He don't even care. Kyrie's here to play for championships. So the Nets need to start finding players that's going to play these regular season games and get some seating position or something, because it's rough. I predicted preseason that we weren't going to make the playoffs, and I was attacked for it. We're in the playoffs right now, but do we want to be? Do you want this team to be the 8th seed? This is a bad basketball team. Not bad because the talent is bad. Bad because the coach does not know how to evaluate the talent that he has and put the right formula of players on the floor to win basketball games. He doesn't know. He doesn't know his best lineup is Kyrie, Karras, Torian, Rodions, Jared Allen. He can't see that Torian Prince is better at the small forward. He can't recognize that. He can't see that Jared Allen needs someone else physical next to him. And Rodions isn't really that physical. But that was something that you could have told him to get better at. You could have helped. You could have made sure that he was in the gym. And you could have told him what you needed him to do. I need you to be Andre Kirilenko 2.0. I don't need you to shoot threes. If you're open, if you're wide open, take them. But I need you to get to the basket, and I need you to be a shit house. Basically, just messing the whole game up. Look at what Thibault does. Not that everybody could beat Thibault. No one could beat Thibault. But they empower that kid to go out there and just play. Meanwhile, Rodions is scared to death. Musa is scared to death. Atkinson must go. He must go. Losing to the Knicks should make that clear. We have to be ready to have this conversation, Nets fans, in all of New York City. Yes, the Knicks deserve to talk shit to us. We're 2-2. They beat us the last 2 times because of Kenny Atkinson. I'm telling you, that's the reason. Last year, D'Lo led this team to the playoffs. Karras was hurt. Dinwiddie was hurt. He was like Shannon. Ain't no problem. I don't even have the words. I'm mumbling. I'm hurt, Nets fans, because this is what I saw and I wanted to be wrong. This is the formula that I recognized was happening and I wanted to be wrong. But it don't look like I'm wrong. It looks like they're not going to make the playoffs. It looks like Kenny Atkinson does not know what he's doing. And unfortunately, it's not what I wanted. But he got to go, New York City. Kenny Atkinson got to go. The Front Office Podcast is for New York City basketball heads. Take a lesson, everyone. All right, New York City. Sad night. Good night, y'all.